it's Kenzie popping in before the episode starts to give you the trigger warnings for this episode. We've only got a pretty light one. It's just like a light discussion on depression and like hopelessness a little bit. So the timestamps for that are on the screen or in the description, depending on what platform you're on. But without further ado, here is the episode. Hello, welcome to the Mad Fox Sad Fox podcast. It is episode 4. I feel like I have a little bit of explaining to do because I missed the last 2 episodes. Well, at least, yeah. 4 and 5 should have already been out. This should be episode 6 right now, but it's not because I didn't film episodes the last 2 weeks because I have been, it's like a few reasons, but mostly because I have been very stressed. Well, 1 week I was very stressed because of something, and then this last week the something happened and it has been taking up so much of my time. And what is that something? A new job. I got a job finally. After 2 years I finally have a job again. So the new job has been taking up a lot of my time is an overstatement. I work 6 hours a day. I work 6-hour shifts 3 days a week. It's not that bad. I'm only working part-time. But those 3 days I work, I'm exhausted by the time I get home. I have to get up at like 6:30 to get ready. I start at 8:30. And then I get home at like 3:30. And I'm just exhausted. Like I literally get home and crawl in bed. Take off my bra and crawl in bed because I am. That's the one thing I hate about working. I feel like I have to wear a bra. Like I feel like I don't have a choice. I have to. So I've been wearing one. And I've missed that feeling of you snap the back and like all that tension that's there released. But it is annoying that I have to wear one. I don't have to, I think. But like if I don't, I like in the back of my head feel like someone's gonna call me out on it and be like, you need to put a bra on. So I wear one. I'm not even like public facing at my job. I just feel like I have to. Which is really stupid, but is what it is, I suppose. The job itself is not that bad, honestly. It's like an administrative assistant job, and I'm mostly just sitting at a desk all day in a nice, chilled office. I'm like, they give me tasks, I do my tasks, that's really it. It's not bad, it's not really hard work. The only, honestly, the hard part about it is, kind of 2 things, but it's all, mental health related. 1, my anxiety. Working in general gives me anxiety, and then being around, I'm in an office, being around people all day, I feel like I'm masking, which I haven't felt like I've been doing that since, maybe my last job, kind of, but also, high school. It feels the level I was doing it in high school, and I could tell because I get home, and I just crash onto my bed, and I don't get out of bed for, 3 to 4 hours. I'm just on my phone. I maybe play Webkins. That's it. I get out. What really gets me out of bed is when I start getting hungry for, dinner. I'm sorry if you see me touching my nose a lot this episode. For some reason, it's so fucking itchy. It's I don't know what's wrong. And I know if I, probably leave it alone, it'll stop itching. But I can't help myself anyways. But yeah, I'll eat, a snack when I get home. And I'll go crash in my bed, and then I'll get up to make dinner. And even then I'll probably just crawl back into bed right after dinner because it's mentally exhausting more. So it's not physically really, it's more I'm mentally exhausted, and that kind of seeps into me wanting to be less physical, which that's another thing that I've realized with this job is I don't have time to work out in the morning before I go to work. So I'm gonna have to do it after I work, and it's hard for me to get motivated to work out after 10 a.m. for sure, or maybe 11 a.m. After 11 a.m. hits, there's something in my brain that's nope, no more workout. You've passed the period, and I don't get home, like I said, till 3:30. So I need to figure it the fuck out. I also might need to become an evening shower again. I used to be in high school, I was an evening shower. And then I switched to being a morning shower because I hated the wet hair and going to sleep with wet hair. So I ended up at around the time of college, after high school, I ended up switching to being a morning shower. because I think I wasn't a morning shower back in like school because I didn't have time. I didn't want to wake up earlier just to shower. I already had issues showering as it was. One of those things with my mental health that's like sensory. I hate it. I hate showering sensory wise. It was like already a hard thing. Like I was like, I'm not waking up earlier to shower. I don't want to become an evening shower again, but I feel like it's gonna have to happen, like necessity, because I'm not getting up earlier to shower. But then I'm gonna have to like schedule the shower so like my hair's not wet when I'm going to sleep, which means I need to shower like 2-3 hours before I go to sleep, which in my brain is like annoying. That's like an annoying thing I have to deal with, but I have to shower at some point and I'll figure it out. But the job's going well. I'm excited for the paycheck, which I get this coming Friday, though this coming Friday is only like half. It's only 1 week's worth of working. So 3 weeks from now, I'll get the paycheck that like shows me how much I'll be making every 2 weeks. So that's exciting. Because I feel like I can't really fully budget until I see that true paycheck with the tax deductions. Because like I put my like what my 2 weeks would be into one of those like tax calculators, but those could be off. Like I could be getting more or less than that. Who knows? So I have to wait until I see the actual full. Or I think if I doubled the one I have, or like times 4'd it, maybe that could work. Maybe I don't have to wait. I guess I just want to see that full 2-week paycheck before I truly am like, okay, this is my budget. Even though I have like a rough one based on estimates already like planned out. Now I'm like stressing about a bunch of stuff because there's so much. I haven't had fun money in so long, and there's so much stuff I want to spend it on. One, I really want to see Ethel Kane in concert. She's coming to Chicago September 20th. I really want to see that. I don't know if I'm going to save for that. I want to go to a convention with one of my friends. But I don't know how much that's going to be. Because with that, it's like, it would be the hotel cost. The ticket's not that expensive. The ticket's like $70 for the weekend. That's not bad. And then like, I want to at least, it's a furry convention. I want to get at least an ear and a tail set. And that's going to be like $200 with tax. So I'm like, ugh, do I save for the ear and tail set? Which is that I do if I'm going to the furry con. It takes like 5 weeks for that to be made and shipped. So it's like someone hand doing it. So like that I have to like get the fuck on top of because FurryCon is also in September. And then the Ren Fair is next month, which I do have a little bit of money. Like I have a bunch of cash saved for that. It's just there's so much stuff, and then there's stuff I don't know. There's just I have like a whole. I think it's called Giftful. It's like a wish list making website. I have so much stuff on there that I like keep adding to. Once I have actual money in my hands or in my bank, more so, we'll see. Because I do until like October. Well, October will be the last month. But like until like October, I do have like my laptop that I'm on right now. That needs to be paid off. So I don't have a lot of fun money. And I'm going to try to put like 400 in savings. 100 of that's going to be, I'm going to help my dad's girlfriend clean her house once a month and she's paying me. So it's like 300 for my paycheck. But half of that is for a new PC. Because I told myself I need double of what I'm going to drop on the new PC before I buy the new PC. So I know 200 of my savings is going to be genuine savings and 200 of my savings is going to be PC savings. Even with that, the whole PC thing makes me sick. Makes me a little sad because I've like calculated it based off the 200 I'll be saving a month. It's gonna take, I think, 15 months. I don't remember. I don't know exactly how much the new PC is going to be, but I do know like it's not just the PC. It's also new monitors, a new mouse because I need a mouse that's like not just Bluetooth because my Bluetooth one disconnects all the time. Possibly a new keyboard, but that can wait. Possibly a new chair, but that can also wait. Because this chair, it's kind of awful. This isn't the actual pattern. This is a blanket I put over it to make it look nicer. But the chair can also wait. I forget what else is on. Oh, like a capture card, which that might not wait. I might get that when I get the PC. I also might need. Well, I guess not. I was scared I was gonna need. I have a Fitbit. I was scared I was gonna need a new one. Because it wouldn't charge. Like, I charged it like yesterday when I showered. Yesterday or the day before I charged it. Well, I thought I did. It didn't actually charge. For some reason, it wouldn't charge. And then I went to charge it today because I saw it was like, I opened my app to see how much I slept. And it was like, your Fitbit's at 6%. I'm like, I charged it yesterday. What do you mean it's at 6%? So then I go plug it in. I go back an hour later to check on it because it normally doesn't take too long to get it up to like 80, 90 when I take it off. And it was like dead. I was like, what? So then I tell my mom, I'm like, hey, my Fitbit's not charging. And she's like, oh, maybe try a different outlet. And I did, and it did charge. But before it actually started charging on the second outlet, because I had to like wait 10 minutes to check if it actually was charging, I was like freaking out, be like, do I need to buy a new one? Because like, oh, if I'm going to buy a new one, maybe I should buy an Apple Watch because I have a whole like, I have an iPhone and a MacBook. So maybe it'd be better to buy an Apple Watch. They're way too expensive. Oh my God, they're way too expensive. And then apparently the battery life's only 18 hours. That doesn't work. That doesn't work for me. No. Because the Fitbit, like, I can typically, I think like 5-6 days is how long this thing lasts. And I try to charge it when I shower, so it never really dies. But like, from the way, unless I'm misunderstanding the hours, like maybe it means 18 hours of the screen being on. I don't know. But if it's like 18 hours, as in like 18 hours of the day, that's ridiculous for a smartwatch. That's absolutely ridiculous. So, because I'm never buying. Because like Fitbits last like 5-6 days. I don't need to charge it for 5-6 days. Because it's like, if it's something that doesn't, like a phone, where it needs to be charged every day, I charge it while I'm sleeping. Same with my laptop for the most part, unless it's like I'm using it near its plug-in. But a watch, I need this to track my sleep for me. Like, so it's counterproductive for it to last only a day, unless I need to charge it while I'm sleeping. That's the most productive time to charge it, but then it doesn't track my... I don't know. If someone who has an Apple Watch can correct me on, like, how long they last, I'd appreciate that, but I really... And they're just, like, they're minimum, like, 100, 200 more that Fitbits seem to be, because I did, after I saw how much they were and the fact that they only last 18 hours, I was looking at the Fitbits to see how much they were. So I might just stick with Fitbit when I need a new one of these, which hopefully won't be very soon. I really hope, because that is a couple hundred, and I don't. I'd rather spend a couple hundred on so many other things than a smartwatch. I forgot in the whole me ranting about job and everything and that tangent I just went on. So what I'm listening to, this week's playlist is my playlist Boyish. Sorry. It's my playlist Boyish, cause a little backstory. Back like 2021 when I made a playlist called Girly, which is basically all songs sung by women, like cute girly pop songs. So then I made like a flipped of that of like songs all by male, like boy bands and like male singers. But this is what it looks like on Spotify. I'll put the link in the description if you care to check it out. And like almost always when I go to this playlist, I start with Bad Omens by 5 Seconds of Summer. I love that song. Love that song so much. I love Bad Omens. It's definitely my favorite 5 Seconds of Summer song, but like I think it's like one of my favorite songs ever. I've actually been thinking of recently making a like my top 10 songs of all time playlist, just so I can like kind of visually see. But like I kind of have the top like 5 down. Like top 3 is I know exactly in my head, and then like 4 and 5 could flip. Like I know the songs, they just could flip positions. But top 10 will be a little harder to fill out, because like my top 5 songs all have like very strong emotional connections for me, whereas like I love Bad Omens by 5 Seconds of Summer, but that doesn't have like that kind of emotional connection. Like I don't really connect with the lyrics. I just really like how it sounds. I'm not like a music person. I don't know music theory at all, but I just really like how it sounds. It's like one of those songs that like really truly scratches like a good song itch in my brain. So it might not end up on the top 10, but I feel like it is, because it's one of those songs I always come back to. Because I think I found out about it. It's not a year old, but I found out about it like a year ago. Like once a month, there's like a week where I come back to it. So I don't know. Maybe it won't be once I actually start making that playlist, but I should do that soon. That's what I'm listening to. Currently, what's the song currently? Stars Are Blind by Ivy Mono, which I believe is a cover. Is it a Paris Hilton song? Yeah, it's a cover of the Paris Hilton song. That's the current. That's the cover. So I like started this like, oh my god, like 2 months ago. I was like, I'm gonna go through my YouTube subs. I'm gonna get rid of people who like I just not into their content anymore, people who don't upload anymore, people who are just uploading shorts. Like I'm gonna get rid of, purge my YouTube subs. I started like 2 months ago, and I think I got to like letter RO is where I got, and then I just kind of forgot about it and didn't come back to it. So today and yesterday, I spent maybe like 4 hours going through my YouTube subscriptions, and I purged it. Not, I think, as much. Purge might be a strong word. I don't know. Because I used to, I think on the app, it kind of told you how many. And I think I had over like, I think I was subbed to over 2,000 people. Unless I'm thinking of my liked playlist, which like caps the number at 2,000, even though I know. Oh no, that caps at 5,000. No, I would have to like manually count. And I'm not doing that. I'm not manually counting. But it's a lot. It's definitely a couple hundred. I'm glad I kicked that out in 2 days. And it's not that hard. Because like I did it on my laptop. It's not that hard. Well, I don't know. I'm just glad I kind of purged it a little bit. Got rid of some channels. There were some still like Nightcore channels I was subscribed to. But it does tell me that there weren't that many, that I must have purged it at some point in like high school. Like late high school, I must have purged it, because there would have been way more Nightcore channels if I had not purged it in like high school. Because this YouTube channel I've had since not 2016, like 2014, I want to say. Yeah, 2014 April. Oh my god, it turned 11 in April. My YouTube channel. God, I was literally like 12 when I made this YouTube channel. Granted, I didn't start posting on this YouTube channel till 2020, I think. I think that's when the first video was from. Let me see. Well, actually, that's not true. First videos I posted on this channel was in 2018 for a class. But it was like a private video. But like I'm talking like, which I deleted those recently. Yeah, 4 years ago was the Kirbyland Minecraft tour, but there's also one 4 years ago for my class. I know I like talked about this in the first episode, kind of ranted about it, how I don't like niching down. I don't like picking a single niche and being like, this is all I'm gonna post about. But I do like, I get anxious about it sometimes. Like, because if I look at like every video that's, even like the ones I've privated, I've done like gaming, but just Minecraft videos. So I did like a Minecraft Let's Play series that I haven't updated. I have sketchbook tours. I have, what's the word? Like an art supply haul. And then I have the podcast. And I also used to do, I have like a speed paint video too that's privated. And I have 2 studio vlogs that are privated. Like I've done a lot of things. And then I think I do have in the short section, I have 2 podcast clips, a sketchbook tour, and 2 stream clips. Part of me, I think what's gotten me thinking about this is part of me is like, do I want to go back? The answer is most likely no, that this will happen. But I'm like, do I want to go back to studio vlogs? But I'm like, I don't think so, because the reason I started them is my favorite channel on YouTube is Bailey J. I love her. She used to do like art content videos. Well, she still does, but she used to do like more like challenge and like just a set video. Now she does studio vlogs about her like art business, which I love them so much. I was literally watching them right before I recorded this. So that's why I started them, because she's like one of my biggest inspirations just in general. But I found when doing them, it stressed me out about art because it felt like I had to be filming everything. And that made me like self-conscious in my own room, which I kind of already am for other reasons, but like it didn't help my anxiety. It made it so much worse. I just don't know what to do. I have this podcast, but I don't just want to be doing this podcast, but I also, until I can stream again, don't know what to do. I do know I have one sketchbook I can do a tour of. I think I talked about this. I filmed it already, but I filmed it months ago, like literally over 6 months ago. I'm going to try to film that sketchbook tour and get that out. And I think the plan is it'll be podcast every Sunday whenever I can fucking do the podcast. Podcast on Sundays, and then if there's going to be any other video, they'll be on Wednesdays, but those aren't going to be every Wednesday. They'll just be whenever I have an extra video. They'll be on Wednesday. And then like shorts content, if it's something I'm cross-posting from TikTok to here, those will just go up whenever. Those won't have a schedule. It's just whenever I post it on TikTok, it'll get posted on here. So on my notion, I have like, I got sketchbook tours, I have Kermie Land Part 5, but I can't do that because that is on a realm, like a Minecraft realm, and I'm not paying for that right now. And then I also have an idea to do like old sketchbook tours. Like not my one from like last October. I mean like my ones from like middle school and shit, which I could probably split those into maybe 3 videos, like 2 or 3 videos. I could split those apart too. And those you're not gonna see every page. And then I have a speed paint I'm doing, but I have to finish the art piece for me to be able to make a video out of it. So that's more I need to finish the art piece, then the video secondary. Podcast, obviously. And then I talked about this also first episode. I have a fucking Webkins challenge video I did literally in April. Edited it once, was so intimidated because it's like 4 hours of footage, which I need to get used to that because I want to, when I stream again, to do streaming highlights, and those will be hours of footage. So I need to just get my ass in gear and fucking edit. I think the other thing with that one is I filmed it on my like stupid little lav mic that isn't that good. So I think that's also maybe in like, I don't want to edit this, but maybe I should just edit it for practice, even if by the end I don't want to post it. But that's all I got. Oh, I also thought like back there's my like art books, doing a little tour of that, which might be like that could be 2 or 3 videos. But that's like all the video days I have, which I need to like maybe give myself like 20 minutes every week to just sit down and think of fucking video ideas. Like even if it's just for TikTok videos too, not full-length videos. I don't know. I just feel like I can be doing more. But now I have a job and feel like I can't be doing more. I also, this is really up in the air. This is no grounded basis. Well, I mean, a little bit, but not like that 100% is happening kind of thing. I might go back to school. Long story short, might be going back to school because I have found a program that might help pay for it. So most of it wouldn't be coming out of my pocket, which is good because it's like a job that's like in demand in my county. So I need to talk to my career advisor about that, but I could be. And that's going to take more time. Granted, I'll have more art stuff, though, that I'll be making. Because it would be a graphic design associate's degree or a certificate. One of the two. Associates would be 2 years. And then the certificate, I think, would take just a year. We will see. We will see. Yeah. Might go back to school, which is like a scary concept. Because school actually went well a third of the time. 2/3 of the time it didn't go well. The first semester I had, school was really good. Like I really was happy. I loved it. Shit hit the fan second semester and then I just couldn't pick my ass back up. This like kind of segues into the next thing I want to talk about, which is art fight. But I'm kind of gonna start with this and then we'll talk about art fight. But I was doing some sketching my sketchbook for like prep for art fight. I wanted to upgrade the pictures for my characters and do maybe like smaller ref sheets, like just one pose ref sheets. That didn't happen. And I shouldn't say that didn't happen. Art fight's not for another like 2 days. But it's probably not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Because I was drawing in my sketchbook and I was just getting so frustrated because I felt like I've regressed in my artwork. Like I feel like I'm not as good as I once was. I don't have the capabilities I once was because I'm not doing it that often. Genuinely, going to art school kind of fucking ruined art for me because how would I describe it? It's like when I was in high school, I went to a relatively small high school, not like a really small one, but my graduating class was like 140, relatively like a smaller end of high school. And I was one of those kids who was like known as an art kid. And then I go to art school, like an art college. You're not the art kid anymore. Everyone's the art kid. You're nothing special. And like especially going into those like first few classes, I think it didn't really hit me the second semester because I did only had one art class the first semester. The other two were an English class and like I forget what the other one was, but it was like more of a kind of a marketing class, but it wasn't a marketing class. I don't know. But my like whole second semester was art classes. It was like color theory, drawing, and well, actually two. And then the other one was art history, which is an art class, but not an art class in the sense I'm making art. So I think that's why it really hit me, because I was taking two art classes and it like sucker punched me in the face of you are nothing special. And I just didn't want to keep making art. I struggled so bad with my perfectionism at that point, and it seeped into the third semester where I dropped out like 3 weeks in, like 2-3 weeks into the third semester, I dropped out of college and then went to like an outpatient program for like 3 months. And even after that, like it's been very hard for me to create like paintings, drawings and stuff, even writing to an extent, but that's always kind of, I've had issues making that. I feel like I've never fully gotten my spark back with art. And I don't know if going back to school is going to help that or make it, or just bring back the sucker punch. I don't know. But when like it comes to work, it's like I can't give it up doing something creative. I know it's like that, or I want to be a stay-at-home mom. But stay-at-home mom, that's a harder thing because I gotta find a husband. And that's been a difficult journey. My future seems bleak anyways. I'm being completely honest. I don't really have much faith anything good is going to happen for me. Because it never really has. Especially these last like 5 years of my life. I don't want to cry again. No crying again. But I don't know. There's probably like it'd be trying. But then there's the other problem, it's like we've tried enough. Though with my art I haven't tried as hard since I dropped out of college. The drawing has not been that great. I think there's this part of me that wants to give school and technical training one more shot if I'm allowed to. I don't know. I feel like I can't give up. Even though I know, like, not that I know, but like, even though I feel like all of my dreams are these frivolous things I'm never gonna get anyways, I can't seem to let them go whatsoever. So it's like, I guess, might as well try if I can try. I kind of want to move on because now I'm making myself upset. God, I wish I could believe good things will happen to me. I just can't. Because every time a fucking good thing happens, that shit turns into something bad. It never stays good. So like, I have no trust in it. I have no faith whatsoever. And I hate it. I hate it so much. But I really don't know what to do about it. So I don't want to be like this person who's gung-ho positive when like being like that has only let me down. It just leads to more turmoil, so I might as well expect the worst. Because it hurts less when I am already expecting it to be shit regardless. Anyways. But art fight. That's when they started. Art fight is in like 2 days from now. It'll be started by the time this video is out. But oh my god, I'm stressed. I want to redo my character sheets. I don't think that's gonna, not character sheets, just the pictures I have. I don't think that's happening. I even wanted to like add ones. That's not happening. I don't know. I need to at least do my bio. I need to update my bio. I think I only did like 3 or 4 attacks last year. But I also started like a week later. So part of me is like, just don't do art fight this year. Like, you clearly it's stressing you out and you just got a new job. You don't need to be stressing yourself out more. But I'm like, I remember last year it was really helpful. Like, I drew a lot. Even if it was ones I didn't end up doing, or like, there were some I drew in like my sketchbook like thumbnails, and then by the time I got to doing them on my Cintiq, they were taken, like the person took them down. So there were some of those last year. I think I did 3 or 4. I'll put my art fight is just Lapsada L. Oh my god, I can't fucking spell. I'll put it on the screen, and I'll put my art fight in the description too if you wanna follow me and tag me. I don't know. But there's that part of me. It's just like, maybe you just don't do it. Maybe just don't do it. But I already picked my team. I'm Cream Crystal, by the way. Team Crystal. I'm pretty sure Fossil's gonna win this year because a lot more people seem to be wanting to join Fossil that I've seen at least. So I'm betting on Fossil winning, even though I had Team Crystal. I'd love Team Crystal to win. So I was Team Stardust last year. We won. I guess finally onto Media Corner, which I have way too many things listed, so I might not. Either I'm gonna short little burst for some of them and longer things for others. Let's start with the movies. I got 2 movies to talk about. I've consumed more than what I'm talking about, but these are just the highlight stuff. First thing, I watched The Witcher, Sirens of the Deep movie, the like 2D animated one. Main takeaway from this movie, honestly, makes me wish the entirety of the Witcher series was just 2D animated. Then I would actually be watching season 4 if it ever comes out, because I'm not watching season 4 now that Henry Cavill's gone. That's just weird. That's a weird visual shift for the main fucking character. I'm not doing it. So, makes me wish the whole thing was just 2D animated. Would have saved us all a lot of trouble, honestly. But very beautiful animation, all that stuff. I should look into what animation house did that. I forget. I know I saw it in the credits, but I forgot already which one it was. Story was just okay, though. Like, some of the story, I think the first, like, 40 minutes was good, and then, like, 45 minutes in, there's, I won't spoil it too much, but some of it is really similar to The Little Mermaid. If you've seen The Little Mermaid and you've seen this film, you know I don't need to tell you what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That was once it hit that point where that similarity clicked, or not even clicked, showed up, I was like, oh, I'm not as invested in this anymore because you couldn't think of something more original. Regardless, it was beautiful to look at, beautiful visuals. And then I finally watched, I've never seen this, but I see like edits every once in a while and people seem to really like this movie. I watched 10 Things I Hate About You. I liked it. I did not love it. Honestly, I don't know if it's just maybe like on DVD or like out in theaters it wasn't like this, but the audio mixing, or I don't know the correct term, the audio, the way it was put together was not good. Because there's a lot of music in this movie, which I didn't realize, but like there's music like in between shots and stuff, like with transitions and everything. The music is way too loud. Every time the music came on, I had to turn it down, and every time they were speaking, I had to turn it back up. Like, it's not leveled well. I don't know. I don't know how much I want to say about it because I don't want to really spoil it, but all I'll say is the ending was kind of disappointing. It was too quick and a little disappointing. That's all I'll say. But it was okay. I'm glad I watched it. That's how I feel about it. On to music. I listened to Marina's new album, Princess of Power. Loved it. I forget. I haven't been saying the numbers I gave these things. I don't remember. Honestly. Let me see. I'll look at my letterbox for the movies. The Witcher, I gave a 6 out of 10. I actually give them both. The Witcher, Sirens of the Deep, and 10 Things I Hate About You. I give them 6 out of 10, which is normally just my, like, it was good. And then Princess of Power, I think I give an 8. That I don't have on my phone because that's, like, something... I don't have, like, a digital rater for that. But yeah, I really liked it. The only song I didn't really like was Hello Kitty. I think it's just the difference between, I think, the chorus and, like, the verses, the, like, sonic differences I wasn't a big fan of. But I love, it feels like in my head, 1, Adult Girl is definitely, like, the sequel to Teen Idol. And 2, it feels like Electra Heart, her album Electra Heart, and her album Love and Fear. Like, Princess of Power feels like those two albums had a baby. That's at least how they came across to me. But I really liked it. Definitely top 3 songs to be Adult Girl, and like no order. Adult Girl, is it Contissimo? I don't know how to say it. Contissimo. And then what's the other one I really liked? Princess of Power, the song was really good. Oh, I Love You. Also, Everybody Knows I'm just like listing off all this time, but Everybody Knows I'm Sad is also really good. But I think I Love You is my 3rd favorite. I think it's Adult Girl, Contissimo, and then I Love You are my 3 favorites. And then Everybody Knows I'm Sad is like number 4. So I really liked it. I would definitely give it a listen if you haven't. I think we'll go to books next. So first book is 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel García Márquez. Let me check that, because I could be wrong about that one. Yeah, Gabriel García Márquez. Did I give it a 4? Yeah, I think I gave it a 4 out of 10. Did not like it. It read like a history book. I thought it was, like, there were interesting parts, but I thought overall it was kind of boring. Like, I couldn't keep up. Also, there's like literally 20 different characters named Aurelio. Some of the names just kept repeating. Like, I understand it was supposed to be like showing the cyclical cycle or something like that. I just didn't care for it. And like this book, so I joined my public library's classic book club because I thought I loved classic books, because all the ones I read in high school I liked. And since joining this book club, I don't know if it's changed my opinion fully, but it showed me that I don't love every classic book, that's for sure. Because I have so far read 6 books for this book club. I liked 3 of them okay, like just liked them, didn't love them, just liked them. Hated 2 of them, disliked 1 of them. This is the dislike one, 100 Years of Solitude. Some of them are just so convoluted, and they seem to not really have a point. This is one of those that just, I could understand some of the thematic points, but the story itself seemed to not have a point. Like, it seemed like, I don't know. The ending, I guess, I don't know. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. I'm sorry. At least I didn't hate it, though. This was the only one that I didn't like that I didn't full on hate. Like, if you like this book, it's fine. I don't care. I have no qualms. Not for me. It's not for me. I think the guy I went on a date with, like, the one I, like, was telling I was, like, so excited for, and then I came back next week being like, he smoked 4 times, and then ghosted me. He said this was, like, one of his favorite books, so I was, like, excited to read it, because I'm like, oh, that's my next month's book club book, and then I read it, I was like, thank God I'm not still talking to this guy, because I don't know how I would be like, I did not like this book, sir, I'm so sorry, and then I feel like he would have been upset with me for not liking it. But that's just also my own anxiety, being like, he would have been mad at you if you didn't like the book he liked. But that's me getting in my own head about it. And then the other book I read was The Tiger by John Vaillant, I think, which is it's a nonfiction book chronicling this, like, tiger attack that happened, like, multiple tiger attacks, actually, that happened in, like, the eastern side of Russia. I forget the exact names. Yeah, I don't like reading nonfiction books either that much. It might have been my brother's book that I just took when he purged a bunch of books, but I thought it was a fiction book, then realized when I was recataloging my books, like, end of last year, early this year, it was a nonfiction book. Didn't like it, and I've gotten quite a few nonfiction books since that. Not since I started reading that, but since I recataloged my books. So let's hope I like those. Otherwise, I'm going to feel bad about taking them from the free little libraries. Though, some of them, like, I think one of them is Educated. I don't remember the author, but when I did, like, my haul, everyone was like, that is such a good book. So, maybe that'll be the next nonfiction I read, but I'm going to put off nonfictions for a little while and read some fiction books to cleanse my palate from these 2 books that were just okay. The Tiger was actually a decent book. I had to listen to the audiobook to get through it. I couldn't read my way through it. Decent enough book. The final thing I want to talk about for media is I finally watched the Looking for Alaska TV show. So, you guys don't know this unless you've looked at my Goodreads. Looking for Alaska by John Green was the first book I read this year, and it also is, I think, one of 2 books I've read this year that I gave 5 stars to, or a 10 out of 10 to. I loved it. I loved it so much. Did not like the TV show that much. I think there's some aspect of it I thought because of the medium, it was nice to see, because the book very much is from Pudge's, the main character's perspective. I think it is first person. I don't remember though. And because of the TV show medium, you do get to see kind of other characters' full perspectives without Pudge being there. So that is like a nice add-on to it, and there's some parts of the story you get to see that you didn't get to see in the book. So that was nice. But I did not like the story changes they made. Also, I didn't really fully realize this. I think I actually did a little bit when I read the book. I can't take secondhand embarrassment. I cannot take it. I'm so sensitive to that kind of thing. And it's easier for me to digest scenes that are like that with a lot of secondhand embarrassment in book format, because I can kind of take it at my own pace. But seeing it on the screen, awful. Awful. I don't think I skipped through anything, but there were parts I muted because I couldn't handle it. I also didn't like, I think this is my least favorite part about the TV show, aside from like some of the things they shifted and changed. They rushed the ending. One thing I really, really liked about the book is how it felt equal. I don't know how to say that in a way that doesn't spoil the book, but how it felt there was this equilibrium from before and after. Because that is one thing you notice. It says before, like days before, and then days after. I won't say what it is, but there is that kind of feeling of an equilibrium. The show, it's 8 episodes. Only the last 2 episodes are after, I'm pretty sure. I think it actually might only be 1 episode. I think that 7th episode is like, either the 6th or 7th episode is the event, and then either 7 and 8 or just 8 are the after, which it feels completely off kilter, and I didn't like that. See, I loved one of my favorite parts of, I loved when I finished Looking for Alaska, finding out the days before and after were equal. That was like, my jaw dropped when I realized that. I was like, I think I wrote it in my review that like I loved the formatting of the book and how the formatting led to that happening. They just don't do that in the show, and the ending just felt really rushed. Like, it's like it should have been like 9 episodes, and y'all should have made episode like, would have been 4. No, I can't do math, but like episode 4 at minimum should have been the episode the event happened, but that's not the case. I'll say, on a good note, I did like it. I think I gave it a 7. God, I keep forgetting what scores I gave these things. Yeah, I gave it a 7 out of 10. I think a really good part of the show though is the music. All the songs they add in, really good. The soundtrack is really, really good. I really like the soundtrack. But that's all I have to say about my media and in general this week. I hope y'all have been doing well. I have kind of been. But thank you so much for watching this week's episode. If you want to leave a comment, leave like a leaf with your comment if you made it to the end. But that is all from me. I hope you have a great rest of your week until we meet again or not. Bye bye.